to the ScamSlam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
And we're back live. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Back home for a little bit longer tonight. Me and Juju Bean sitting in the chair. Got some cover on us. She's just chilling in my lap. Hey, Wendy. Jacob. Jumping Jacks. Welcome back. Guys, I tell you, I'm sleepy. I am sleepy. I've been waking up, my neck's been in pain. And it's just like, I can't hardly move my head, have to sit there and work my head around to get my neck loosened up. Where are you going? Oh, she's wanting some attention over here. I got the bean in my lap. Oh, Juju, she's sitting up here with me. Being a daddy's girl tonight. And that's always fun. I always like nights like that. She usually gives all the attention to her mama. But tonight I get it. So I'm definitely hoping that tonight when I lay down and go to sleep, my neck aches right. I get a full night's sleep. I doubt I will. Stress is just overwhelming right now. I would need a miracle from the heavens to give me a good night's sleep tonight. So it's one of those days. How's everybody doing tonight? What do I need? I need a lot of help in keeping our hotel room. I start a new job Tuesday. Our hotel's due Monday, and I need a lot of help to be able to afford the room. Or to keep the room, not afford it. Hey, Daphne, how are you doing? I'm a little hoarse tonight. I about done ran out of voice today. So I need any help at all to reach the 335. love to be able to cover the room. So if anybody can help us with anything at all, guys, it would be appreciated. Um, yeah, I'd appreciate that too, man. I've never pulled for Nebraska before in my life, but I will tonight. Thank you. Melina? So I had Melina, okay. Um, I'd have to give up my location for that to happen. And due to a lot of stuff that's happened on here with us, um, I, I don't feel comfortable giving my location out. With the people who's cost us rooms before, I just don't trust giving any information out like that. I would show a receipt 100% if someone helped with the room and they was like, hey, I want to see a receipt to it. I have no issue showing them receipt. I would just obviously block out where we're at and the address, but show that it was for a room and how much was paid. Playing Vandy. I don't know how any of those teams are, but I'm pulling from Nebraska. I've never bet on a baseball game or basketball or football. We never bet on anything. Well, not money bets. We made stupid bets. You know, the me and my cousin, he was a 49ers fan, still is. I've always been a Cowboys fan. And, we'd make bets like, oh, well, Cowboys win. Um, you have to wear a Cowboys jersey to school one day. And, the deal would be if 49ers won, I had to wear his 49ers jersey. So, but that was about the only thing we'd ever bet on was be like more like pride bets than money. So I've been a Cowboys fan most of my life, but I don't watch much football anymore. Lay down, baby. I ain't got to rub on you 24/7. You good, ain't you? Don't look at me that way. Don't you look at me that way. Let's see. I was about I was about 10 years old when I started really watching football, and I just picked the Cowboys, and just went with them. Then I'm 46 now. I was about 10 when I picked out the Cowboys. Thought it was going to be the Redskins there for a minute because my cousin was a big Redskins fan, but I watched the Cowboys game and I liked it better, and I was just like, man, yeah. And I've been a Cowboys fan ever since. I've got an aunt that still has all my old jerseys and stuff put up from like 1990s eras, Emmett Smith and Troy Aikman. And I don't watch much college football, and I'm definitely not a Titan fan. Bean, what are you doing, baby? Do you not want up here with me? Come here. You're too old to be jumping. You don't land anymore. You jump good. You just don't land right. I have in storage uh, the '90s era um, Emmett Smith home, away, and practice jerseys. So if I have a mod in here, I need y'all to block that because I cannot block right now. For some reason, I'm getting network error. Hey, Holly and Ben, how are you doing? I, I stopped watching a lot of football back when they started making everything political. Hey, Chastity, I'm just not seeing your comment. I had to scroll back up and look through all that crap. I was getting trolled. So, but yeah, I just stopped watching it. It got too political. Everybody was trying to make political statements instead of going out there and playing the game, you know. So I was just like, this is boring. So awesome, Chastity. Okay, Carrie, thank you for coming back. Yeah, it's kind of got. I don't know what was going on when my I couldn't block. It just kept telling me network error. You've definitely done some traveling. I've never been to Canada. Always wanted to go. Maybe I'll make it up there one day. But, oh, that's cool. Nice. Always wanted to go. I'll make it one day, but eventually. I made my rounds as a wrestler. I did. I did that for sure. I made my rounds wrestling for a living for a long time. Nice. But guys, just to kind of touch back on it just for a second, if anybody can help us with anything towards the room, it'd be appreciated. We're still a long ways off from getting it covered. We need all the help that we can absolutely get to cover this room. Well, I mean, it still counts. You get to say you've been to Mexico. If you cross the border, you get to say it. So, water pill still working on you tonight? I will do that now. When you was younger, you used to go to Tijuana. But you just said in another statement that you only went to Mexico one time. Like, is it? Oh, well, okay, with your dad. Okay, I'm with you now. I was gonna say. I was thinking, the last time I checked, Tijuana was in Mexico. Unless Trump moved it around. That's cool. I had the chance one time to go to Mexico to wrestle and got extremely, extremely sick and had to cancel the whole trip. We were supposed to went to Mexico for a couple weeks, then off to Puerto Rico for 3, and then back to the States. And I got sick, missed it. I had to send somebody in my place, and never got the opportunity to go back. Chastity, right now, I'm starting a new job on Tuesday. Me and my wife are in a new city. We've been here for almost a month. Trying to restart our life. And we are trying to get help on keeping our hotel room for the week. So we're trying to come up with. We're 345 short. We have 35 of it. I wish it was the other way around. I wish I was only asking for 35, but unfortunately, um, it's the other way around. So I'm asking for any help with anything going towards the $345. Um, you can't be that old. I'm probably older than you are. We both just said, "How old are you?" Well, you're not much older than I am. You got me about 7 years. I'm 46. Be 47 in November. So, but Chastity, that is our situation right now. I'm asking anybody that if they can help, please do. Anything helps. But we desperately need a lot of help. We're about to be in a situation where we're going to be in a spot to where we don't have to worry about this anymore. We don't have to worry about the room because we're going to be able to pay it every week. We're going to be able to buy groceries. So, and I do I really want to address something that I got sent to me earlier. Um, I don't know what the new game is here with some of the trolls. Um, we did lose our home. We really have to pay it by the week to secure the room by the week to keep us as long term. That way, they don't book the room out from underneath us. Um, so the only way to keep us on the book says going to be long term renting. I have to um, pay it for the week. And you know what? Thank you for that name because it is 335. I was thinking 345. My math was wrong. So yeah, one time one of the trolls actually corrects me on something, and they're right. It is 340. It is 335, not 345. Because 370 minus 35 um, is 335, not 345. Chastity, I lost a job I didn't think I would ever lose. Me and my wife ended up losing our house. We didn't lose it in a fire. Nobody's ever said we lost it in a fire. So just to say that, that's never been said by us.
No.
Well, they ain't accusing it, but they ask, and I just want to make sure
I was gonna say
that's nipped in the bud before that gets started.
Yeah.
We lived with my dad for about a year. That got bad. We moved into a hotel. I thought the hotel life would be where we can get in there, we can make some money. I can work. I can get us out of this hotel. But it turned into um, a cycle that I'm trying to get out of. So it's we've been stuck in that. I've lost jobs because the troll was off of here, and people claiming to be with the awareness community. We've lost hotels over it, um, and now we're just trying to get back on our feet. We moved to a different location just about a month ago. Um, I think we're only a couple of days away from it being a month. And I just found another job up here where we're at, um, but it's going to start Tuesday. So I'm just needing some help to keep our hotel room. That is basically the. Thank you, Kevin. That is basically the Cliff Notes version of the story. We've been in a hotel since June of 2024. And you can anybody can look through the chat here and see exactly as much of the trouble that we put up with. Kevin, she's dealing with some health issues right now. So right now, we have no source of income until I get paychecks coming in from this new job. It definitely is, Chastity. Definitely is. Not at the moment, Peteness. We do have a couple of things left to fix on the car to make it more dependable to do something like that. Um, but we was actually talking earlier about once I get my schedule for this new job, finding a mechanic to be able to look at the car and say, all right, this, and that's what's wrong, because I know enough to know to ask somebody else, figure out how much it's going to cost to get everything fixed and get it fixed. And then on days that I'm off, doing Spark, something like that. Okay. We'll go ahead and block Terry. I figured he'd pop in. He pops in and out all the time. But he was also popping in and out on an awareness page talking about other people. So, uh, Pete, I know it needs O2 sensors replaced. Um, and it's making some noise in the front end. I couldn't tell you what's wrong with the front end to save my life. Angela is my wife. We've been married since 2001. Been dating since 1996. Chastity says hi.
Hey.
She's new. She's
Okay.
no. We're still in Tennessee. Last time I have talked to RoboCop O'Ron, he had a stroke and was in the hospital. Um, so I got an update on him a few weeks ago. He was doing somewhat better. He was gaining some mobility back, and that's about all I know about him. She is dealing with some health issues right now. We don't have any health coverage. Um, that's another thing why I'm so happy about this new job is 60 days health coverage. I can get insurance. Um, we've both been going to the health department to get our meds and everything like that because I deal with high blood pressure and diabetes. Um, my throat's a little, my voice is a little wore out today. On top of that, I've been sick for the past week or so myself. With this, our weather has been stupid here. Um, a couple of days it was beautiful weather. Then we had a tornado warning, and then we had a freeze warning for 2 days, and now we're back to high 70s. So my sinuses and allergies have been all over the place. On top of being sick last week, pretty good for 3 or 4 days. And I have talked a lot today, and I'm a little hoarse. So, I'm raspy.
So raspy.
But I'm from Tennessee, born and raised here in the good old Tennessee. Well, some people has deemed us scammers. I don't know how I can be a scammer when I ask for help, the money's going to directly what I say it's going to. Um, they think we are just the scum of the earth, um, and they try every avenue of blocking any kind of help that we ever get. I have had to ask for help a lot in the past. I'm trying to change that. I've tried to change it a few times. Um, so they've got this idea in their head that I've been doing this for. They can't make up their mind on how long I've been doing this. I'll be the first one to tell you. I've been on TikTok. I've asked for help off and on, more on than off, unfortunately. Um, for about a year now, a little bit over a year. Uh, I'd go to work somewhere. They end up costing me my job. Anybody is more than welcome to go to my page and look at the letter they sent my job at Harbor Freight threatening to unalive me. They've sent letters in to hotels threatening to uh, boom the hotels if I was there. They sent letters into other jobs, other places that I wasn't even working because they was guessing where I was working. So that's what we're planning with. With an E, as soon as she gets the stuff in, she is still planning on doing the work from home job. And I could already, it's probably telling you that she's fake cancer and all this stuff, messaging people. But that's, they think they can tell you my life better than I lived it. So was I correct on that though? About that's probably what they sent you. Yeah, Kevin. She found one that's sending her the stuff, and it's just getting that in and then getting that set up for her. And I'm gonna do it myself. You know, I'm also going to be doing the same thing. Wendy, they said it was absolutely okay to use it that way. So in the hotel we're at, so they didn't have an issue with her. And I go by the concept on this stuff too. On everybody posting that just because they posted enough, it's the truth, and that's the way it should be. Yeah, well, we checked, Kevin. We checked with them. We told them our situation, and none of the stuff she's going to be doing is basic is isn't that important to be hardwired in. A lot of it's going to be um, virtually call center style work. Uh, so they call, you direct their call to the right department type thing. So, but again, all this stuff that I see, it's just because enough people post something doesn't make it true. These people has never lived my life. They don't know me from anything but on here. Um, so it's like I don't know how these people can tell anybody about my life better than I can. This one's more like they call in and tell you the problem they're having with whatever product it is, and you kind of direct them to the right. If they're wanting a refund for it, you direct them to that person. If they're needing tech support, you direct them to that. You know, yeah, basically like a switchboard. So many people don't know what switchboard means anymore. So I didn't want to say it that way. Like you say switchboard to some of these young kids, and they're like, "Huh?" Stand by. Okay, wifey had to tell me something. All right, Kevin, you have a good one. Yeah, that's something that is definitely something she can do. It's not really set hours. So she wakes up one morning, she's feeling really good. She can get on there for a few hours, work it out. She wakes up and she doesn't feel good. She can wait till that afternoon to get on. So it's definitely flexible, which is something we was looking for with her. So, but technically on TikTok standards and guidelines, it says that if you post it, they do not want to be recorded or streamed. That no one is supposed to be able to do that on here, on their app, and that's their rules they make. But they don't enforce it. So, but nobody has the right to come in my private space. I'm behind these closed doors and film me in private. So they can film me in public, but once you're in private, that's where it stops. Yeah, I know I'm not private on social media. When I go private, I am. But this is, again, TikTok standards and guidelines. They said you can put that on there. And if you complain about somebody doing it, as long as I have it listed, they can look more formal into it, more formally into it. So, but it is what it is. So it's really is about as stupid, and it is stupid me putting it on there, but it's also stupid for people that thinks that putting fair act use gives them the right to use whatever they want on somebody. So, hey Betty, how are you doing? Tonight I'm needing. Let me get my math right because my math was wrong a while ago. 370 minus 35, $335. Need anything to go towards that, guys. If anybody could help us with anything at all, it would be appreciated. Chastity, I don't know if you're still on here. I hope I answered all your questions. And I hope you make the decision on your own on whether you want to befriend, help, or whatever. That's all I ask people is come on here and make your own decision on if you like me or not. Because you might read horrible stuff on somebody and you find out none of it's true. And the only thing you had to do was take time to get to know that person and find out. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not arguing with you with that. But if nobody's going to follow them and they're not going to be enforced, then, I mean, you're fine, Tusk. Somebody can rip off my name and my face and start a whole new profile, but that's okay. So someone explain to me how that's all right. Right now, we're still needing help with anything to go towards the $335, and every bit of it is going to our hotel room. I've got $35 to my name. The room is $370. So I'm just asking for any help towards that at all, guys. Anything at all would help. And I'm trying to answer everybody's questions. I'll let it known right now that I will not answer any questions coming from a blank profile. No picture, no followers, no following somebody. That's nothing but a troll. No questions will be answered from that. A stupid picture, no followers, no following. Won't answer to that. Rudeness, I won't answer that. Check Googles. Okay, well, guess I've been 2 years on here doing it, but I ain't ever been on the app for 2 years, so. You can watch 10 different videos on how long that I've been on TikTok, and 10 different videos I have 10 different time frames. We have been asking for help for a little bit over a year. It hasn't been nearly 2 years. It hasn't been constant. It's been off and on. I have worked. We were starting to do a little bit better. And then when people cost me my job, I got to do whatever I've got to do to keep us afloat. I'd appreciate any help at all, but nobody's obligated to help. Nobody's obligated to send, to stay in here and chat. I'm not sitting here just asking for gifts. It's just, Okay, are you not saying something I didn't say a while ago? Just because we've been on the app for 2 years don't mean I've been on here asking for help for 2 years, because there was several months there we couldn't even go live. So how was I going live? How was I going live and asking for help when I couldn't go live yet? And believe me, I want it to stop just as bad as y'all do. I do. Probably worse. Because I hate this. I absolutely hate it. I hate coming on here. I hate getting drugged through the mud. I hate what it does for my mental health. I hate that I sit here for 3 days after a live and it's just my mental is crap. I'd rather just come on here, battle, have fun, talk to my friends, and move on. And that's what we have right in front of us. Okay, Kate, I'll give you that. You didn't say that. I read it that way, and because of whatever everything else is being said, I took it that way. So I will apologize for that. You're welcome. I was definitely wrong. I just read it that way, and doesn't make it right that I just assumed it. So I do apologize. I really do try not to assume, but sometimes I get caught up in it myself. And oh, I see another Benadryl on my future tonight. I agree with you, Kimberly. I don't care who. Give me 1 second. Boy, you can tell the slate I can't spell. Um, I don't care who someone helps. If God puts it on someone's heart to help that person, they have. If someone, and on this is my thing, someone comes in here and they want to help and they make their own judgment. You make your own judgment and whether you want to do it or not. That's all I ask. You decide you don't want to. There's a lot of people who come in here every time we're live just to talk. They don't help. And hey, it doesn't affect anything. You know, and people that come in here that we generally, genuinely pray for because they're going through losses, medical procedures in the hospital and stuff. They pray for us for what we're going through. They don't donate a dime. But it doesn't stop me from caring about that person. You know, it is what it is. But when someone says something about helping someone, that's when they get bombarded with messages. Hey, don't help this person. They've done this. Don't help this person. They've done that. Good evening, Jen. They did this. They said this. They said that. They faked this. And they don't know. They don't know. But I use this a lot lately. I never thought I'd have to use this metaphor as much. Just because somebody says something enough times doesn't make it true. Right? Robin, the amount that we need to keep the room is $335. I'm not asking anybody to send that all at once. I'm asking that if you can help with any of it, please help. The amount of help someone sends is totally up to them. Now, I'll tell you, I wouldn't turn down one person helping. I'd be forever grateful to them. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying anything someone sends is totally up to them. Um, we have 35. We need 335 more. If anybody can help with anything and all of it, it's appreciated. I don't tell people, hey, only send $20 each, or only send this, only whatever. If someone can send $1, I'm grateful for it. I thank them for it, and we move on. We go on. I did twice, and I handled them both wrong. Jen, Monday morning would be the time I'd have to pay. I don't know if I would get lucky and get given the cushion to Monday afternoon again. So I do realize it is a big amount to be asking for. But like I said, I'm just asking if anybody can help. Anything towards it. Anything that moves the goal forward helps. Thank you. I appreciate that. And this is coming to an end, guys. It's just like I start working a new job on Tuesday. And I can't wait for this to be over. And we just get to live life. We get to be normal. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. God, it's only 8:30. Seems like it's later.
What time was it?
8:30. I feel like it's 2 in the morning. It would be not this coming Friday, but the Friday after that, before I got my first check. So I'd still have this week, and then have another week that I would have to figure out how to pay the room or get some help on paying it. I tell you, Jen, I'm beyond ready for it. I want to come on here. I want to be able to talk to my friends. I want to be able to battle. I want to be able to watch videos. I don't want to wake up to 10 text messages about, hey, they're saying this about you. Look at this screenshot. Look at this. Hey, they're streaming you when you're live. Country Snark is streaming you, and Dr. Dre is streaming you, and this one's streaming you, and that one's streaming you. I just want to come on here and be normal. Hey, Crystal. I just want to be left alone, and I just want to not wake up every day and worry about how we going to buy groceries this week, and how's the room's going to get paid this week, because I'll have a steady check coming in. I'm guaranteed at least 40 hours a week that will secure everything we need to survive and have a little bit left over. Hey, Crystal. It's going. How are you doing? Now I'm getting the trolls in that are starting to body shaming. Well, no, that's not body shaming. Yes, it is. You call somebody big, you call somebody fat, you talk about a body part on them, you are body shaming. So it's like it's like a cycle of things to say about me. And when I sit here and tell you I haven't heard with my own ears a creator, an awareness creator telling another awareness group that's not the way to do it because it gives people fuel. It's not that it's not that it gives the person. It shouldn't be this. You don't do it this way because it gives them fuel. It should be don't do that because it's not right. That should be the comment. Don't body shame because you know it's not right. Robin, a lot of times they come in and it's their names because they can't say it because they have words blocked. So they'll use nasty names, and we try to get them out of here as quickly as possible because I'm doing a lot better about cussing. I try not to cuss. Uh, a mild cuss word will slip from time to time, and so I try to keep the nastiness out of the chat. It would be the rest of the room, groceries, gas. Hey, Jesse. Thank you, Crystal, for the gifts. That's honestly where it would all go. 335 of it would go finish out what I've got for the room. The rest of it would go to gas in the car and food in the refrigerator. So, and why is that? Where do you think it would go? Blessed, I've definitely been better. Hey, Kayla, how are you doing? Well, please share, Chastity, what you know more than I know about where I would spend.
Oh, wait a minute. What? No, just.
Yeah, well, they asked the question if I gave you $600 tonight, which what would you do with it, honestly, to see if I make the right decision? And that's where it would go: rent,
Yeah.
food, gas.
Well, of course.
And it said, same person, I call BS. And now they're telling me they know more. I know more than you know. Kayla says hello.
Hey.
Well, by all means,
Yeah.
tell me what you know more than I know, because I know that's exactly where the money would go. And I know exactly whatever money we get is going towards the room. So please enlighten me on what you know. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about, Chastity, because you asked, and that was the honest answer. So you asked where would $600 go if you gave it to me. 335 would go to finish out what I need for the room. The rest of it would go in the gas tank and put food in the refrigerator. But then you're going to tell me that's not right. But you can't tell me. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Be honest for once in y'all's life.
So, what was the purpose in that? What was the purpose?
Hang on a second, Jesse. Don't, not just yet. Like, I'm trying to understand the point you're making here. Like, what's supposed to be this truth that you know that I don't know, or you know more than I know? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, that's a simple request. I did answer every one of your questions you asked and answered them 100% every time you asked. So return that favor and answer my question. What do you know more than I know? I mean, that's just what I'm trying to. I don't know what. Chastity, I'm trying to figure out what you think the truth is. And none of my mods block her. None of them. Don't block her. I want to figure this out. You tell me, because I just told you the truth, exactly where the money would go. So now I'm trying to figure out what you think the truth is. Kayla, she asked me if she gave me $600 tonight. It's scrolled up a little bit. Sorry, Kayla. Let me take a different tone with you because I'm not. I didn't switch tones with you, Kayla. You didn't do anything. She said, "If I give you $600 tonight, what all would you do with it, honestly, to see if I make the right decision?" I gave the answer: rent for the room, food, and gas. The next comment was, "I'll call BS. Then I know more than you know." And for the life of me, yeah, she does have her Cash App in her bio. Chastity, I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. Like, because right now nobody knows but you. So I guess you do know something that I don't know because I don't know what you're talking about. So until you can enlighten, if you don't feel like typing it in here, DM it to me. Okay, Kayla. I just didn't. I wanted to make sure because I don't know what you got. None of us know how much money you got. We don't know how well off you are, and apparently none of us know exactly what you're talking about either. Heather, we do have the room. We have the room paid up till until Monday, and right now we're trying to get ahead of that so we can pay it for another week, so I can go to my new job on Tuesday. I'm trying to figure out where the lie is, Chastity. You're not telling anybody anything to. It's like it's weird. Do you need to DM it to me? Because you don't want to say it on here. Because if I lied and you know I lied about something, then put it out there. Because right now you just sound crazy. With all due respect, because if you're going to accuse me of lying, at least tell me what you're accusing me of lying about. Just bears. I have gotten some help from people. I've also done some day work to fill in some gaps. I'm trying to figure out. She's accusing me of lying. I just want you to say what you're accusing me of lying about. Be a grown up. Be an adult here. What am I lying about? You asked me that, and I told you the answer, and I'm lying about that. What are you being told that the money's going for? I definitely could use some help. We need some help with this hotel room. Anything helps. Well, quit speaking in riddles and say it. Like, I'm giving you every opportunity here. Like, my mod is sitting there just waiting to block you. My wife would have done blocked you. Hang on one second. What about Dyersburg, Tennessee? That's where I was from. It's not where I'm living now. Morgan, that's the mystery of the night, is what she knows. It's like I'm trying to figure it out. You know Dyersburg, Tennessee? Yeah, grew up in Dyersburg, Tennessee. Spent 46 years of my life, minus this month that we're living in a new area in Tennessee, in Dyersburg, Tennessee. From November the 5th, I was born on the 3rd. I didn't come home to the 5th. I was born in Union City. That's the only other 2 days I've ever lived outside of Dyersburg. Well, I lived in Newburgh country, but it's all Dyersburg County. It's Dyer County, same damn place. Okay, you're not going to be bullied anymore? Is that what you're saying there? No, this is a different person. We're still trying to figure out what Chastity knows or thinks she knows or thinks she's been told. And if she would just tell me what it is, we can clear it up. because I've answered every question she's asked, and I've answered every question truthfully. I am sorry they bullied you either way. It's ridiculous that you got bullied by anybody for helping somebody. It really is. And I apologize. You know, excuse me. I'm about to lose my voice, I think, tonight, guys. I don't guess we're going to get a clear answer from Chastity. But still, don't block her. Nobody blocks her. I'm giving her every opportunity. She has the floor. She was asking questions, and then she just kind of went off the rail there. And if you want to be an adult and talk it out and let me figure out what you're referring to, then we can. I can't answer questions that I'm having to guess what you're talking about. If you don't feel comfortable saying it in here, send it to me in DMs. We can talk there. But it's mind boggling. I don't even know if she'd want to do that, but it's like she's had every opportunity to answer what she's talking about and get some clarity. But nobody in here knows what she's talking about but her. And apparently, what did she say? Dyersburg, Tennessee? Yeah, I know. Okay. Your friends on here that you think you know aren't your people. Okay. I'm sure there's a lot of people on here that act like our friends but aren't our people. But I know who are our people. So, where she's got every opportunity to, she hasn't been blocked. It is what it is, right? I don't even know if she's still in here. What I can kind of draw the conclusion to, because she said, Dyersburg, Tennessee, yeah, I know, is there's people saying that they have seen me in Dyersburg since I've said that we've moved. Um, so the only thing I can kind of draw from from that is she is maybe going by somebody had told her that I'm still in Dyersburg. So I don't know. That's the best conclusion I can draw. But that's just a conclusion. That's just my thought on it. It's not a 100%. That's what was said. I don't think none of us ever know what was said. So, yeah, you got that right, Jesse. I know you're down for us, and there's a few others in here that I know that would never turn their back on us. Um, so, I don't know the girl. She just popped up here in this live and asking questions, and I was like, okay, we can answer questions. I mean, she looked familiar to you?
Mm-mm.
Cash App is Ruins 1986. Link in the bio. You missed the confusion just in Coach Gal, but if she comes back, she still has the floor. By all means, we can be adults and she can finally get the answer to the question that she knows that she knew, that she never let anybody else know that she knew it. Coach Gal, I have a new job. I'm starting Tuesday. That is the good news. The bad news part of it was we are desperately needing a lot of help to keep our hotel room. So. You got mail. Let me see your phone for a second. So I'm asking any and everybody if you can help. Guys, anything. Thank you, Bless. Anything gets us to that goal. Jesse, you got that one? I got my hands full. Thank you. Had her phone in my hand. Her phone can't take too many more falls.
Sure can't.
It's already busted on the top and everything else. So. All right, that was wild. Excuse me. But if anybody can help with anything, guys, it'd be appreciated. Andrew, unfortunately, I cannot tell anybody what my new job is, where it is, what I'll be doing, or anything. I gotta play it safe on here. Damn it! Somebody came in with a name called. It says Jesse calls him Daddy. So I asked if you had that, or she had that, and she said, "I got you back, Daddy." Bunch of laughing faces. It's good stuff. Just gotta laugh sometimes, don't we? I definitely got. I definitely got some stalkers. That's 100% sure. Uh, they know everything about me and don't know nothing about me. So that's the thing. It gets me. They'll post something like that and be like, well, "This is gross for Angela, and y'all doing her wrong, and Angela needs to do better for herself." And she's sitting over here laughing at the jokes with us. Thank you, Kayla. It's like she knows their jokes. You know. So I just wonder because I heard earlier, and I don't think I got it. I don't think I touched much on it afterwards. I heard a creator say to a group of other creators that posting the pictures and all. I did touch on that. I touched on it pretty good. Not posting the pictures because instead of saying it's wrong because you're bullying someone, it was wrong because it gives them fire to come back with. I wonder how they feel about these people making these fake accounts with these horribly gross names and the body shaming names. How do they feel about that? And are y'all going to encourage your people not to do that? That's my question for the awareness community. And I know y'all streaming me. I know y'all here. Are y'all going to start encouraging your community to stop coming over to people's pages and making the fake accounts with the gross names? Or will y'all continue to do it and be behind the body shaming names and the name calling and the bullying names that they put out? Like that one. So I'm just curious: is that a topic that's going to be addressed by the awareness communities, or are y'all just going to keep on um, standing back while your community does that? We'll probably know the answer to that as soon as we know the answer from Chastity's. I know you know. I know you knew. And that's a serious question. I'm answering that seriously, from adult to adult. If you're on there and you're laughing about it because it upsets me because someone comes in with a name that body shames me or my wife, then oh, Jesse, um, then call me off guard with that, Jesse. Jesse, we can't sink to their lows though. I can't tell you what to do. I can only encourage you to be better than they are, because that's the stuff they do to us. They will get on a cash out and request big, large amounts. Um, and I encourage all of my friends and followers to be better than them. So, but I understand it too. I get it. I get it. So maybe it's Angela behind all those accounts. So was it Angela behind the account who just accused Angela of being behind the accounts? I get it, Jesse. I do get it, and I appreciate you getting mad about it. But we've got to stay better than them. That's where we. That's where we separate ourselves. Um, the names are horrible. I'm asking that community, the ones who has the influence, to tell the community, hey, we can't win this way. To stand up and be accountable for that. So for me to sit there and say that, I have to be accountable on my page also. Not aggravated at you, not mad at you. You offer to ask what questions? The questions that Chastity knew that I know that she knew that she knows. Well, ask them, Carla. You got the floor. Don't block Carla. Even though I'm breaking my rule of I don't answer questions to non-face blank profiles. What was the questions? Okay, what's the answer? Oh, well, they probably won't because they think she's working with them. She said something bad to us and stuff, so it's a situation where they'll some of them will ignore that for what she said to us. I did not, and I just had that discussion live on here, telling Jesse that I do not want us to sink to that level. But if I sit here and I say, let's stop the trolls by any means necessary, then I have to take accountability for whatever my group does to the trolls. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Are they going to stand up and take accountability and tell their groups, let's don't do this anymore? I'm glad they're not bullying you again, Morgan. I really am. Um, if I get on here and I tell my group by any means necessary to stop the trolls, and they start ducking to calling names, body shaming, sending bad messages, then I've encouraged that. So then I should have to get on here and make a statement saying, look, guys, I said do this by any means necessary. We need to stop this. We're taking this too far. We need to stop this. Because apparently words carry weight, right? Words carry weight. And if they get on there, because earlier it was, we don't need to be making these pictures because it's giving them fuel. Not we don't need to be making these pictures because we're shaming somebody and we're accusing them of cross dressing and we're accusing them of wearing tutus and diapers and stuff. It was just because the fuel, and then that kind of stopped. So they have some of them on that side has enough power in their voice to make other people in awareness go, okay, we was wrong. So where's the accountability? Where does it start and stop? If I'm accountable for everything I say, that goes both ways. If I'm accountable for saying something, no, by any means necessary means by any means necessary. So the way one person hears that, it means, hey, we're going to go real life. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And somebody else might hear it as, well, we just need to keep reporting their CA and we need to keep reporting them on here. So where's the accountability? If I'm saying it is coming from the groups that is following them, the people that's following them, the awareness group has got to start using their words better. What's that, Morgan? But it's funny to me, they've say all this stuff that they're going to say and talk about it and discuss it, and then they say it, but man, it didn't come from an awareness group. When I'm sitting here, give me 1 second being me, and I'll get with you. Just give me 1 second. When I'm sitting here, now I'm not going to put all awareness underneath this umbrella, but when I'm sitting here and I'm watching a page on Reddit ran by Just Stop Already, and everything that I'm saying is allowed on there, she has all control of what's being said on there. She can go on there and take anything off of it. She chooses not to. She can go on. She goes on there herself and puts stuff on there. She goes on there and laughs about some of the stuff. So that's 100% an awareness person encouraging that behavior. Now, I'm not saying guys like Tired of Nonsense. I've never seen him encourage stuff like that. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that off the top of my head that I've never seen him encourage the body shaming and the bad names and stuff like that. But there are some out there who don't encourage that. They encourage doing it the right way. Do this the right way. Do that the right way. But when I'm sitting and reading this stuff and I'm watching a person who is in an awareness group, who has an awareness page, who covers me, and they're laughing and liking the comments about me and my size and the pictures and the cross-dressing and the this, that, and the other, I can 100% say that's awareness. Exactly. Morgan, why come to Morgan's page, bully her in DMs, make fake accounts with her pictures, and they've done it with a lot of other stuff. JSA is a truth teller. Well, if you believe that, then I got some oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you. I've talked to Tired of Nonsense in private, not about every subject that we've had. I want to talk to him about it. Being me, what was your question? Let me get back to that real quick. And I will. In the next few days, I will be talking to this man about all this stuff. Will it change? Who knows? Being me, I'm waiting for the question because that's technically a comment. That's a statement. So anyway, guys, we desperately need some help with this room. If anybody can help us with anything towards the room. Being me, when I went to work at Harbor Freight and was starting to make some changes and got fired because of a unalive letter sent in to him. If you don't believe that, you can go read the whole entire letter on my page. When me and my wife both went to work at McDonald's and the awareness pages, um, not all of them, one of the awareness page cost us our job because they went to the same Reddit page and bragged about it. So from that group, someone cost us our job, bragged and said, "I'm the one that was calling in," but fake names, you don't know who you're talking to on there, like a lot of them on here. No, I did not. I got released because of the letter that was sent to me. But because somebody from awareness wants to say that, I've never seen them post one thing that they said they had this proof from Harbor Freight showing that I was released because I didn't come back after being off a few days. Matter of fact, the holiday that I'm being accused of being off on and being fired, well, one of them accuses me of being fired before, the other one accuses me of being fired after it. Uh, I worked that holiday. I forget what holiday it was. Was it Labor Day? I don't know. We had a big parking lot, so we all
I
worked.
think that's what it was.
Everybody was there. You know, I sat there in the hotel lobby at Motel 6 and heard one of the people, and I know exactly who it was, and me and him has discussed this. Me and him actually, buried the hatchet. Um, um, Heard them sitting there making a phone call with false allegations about us, about what we was doing in the hotel. ACDL, she has not. It took me a little bit to get the job at Harbor Freight, and then I was shut down on a lot of other jobs because I would go in and HR would be like, "I can't hire you," and be like, "We've gotten letters on you." Where at one point they was just sending letters to different places trying to find my job. Now all the letters came out of the same place, same area. Um, I can't prove who sent them. I just got to hear say on who sent them, so I can't speak on the name of the person I think who sent them. Sandra, we are still 335 short. She did slip and say Harbor Freight and Alive, but if you went to Just Curious's page when he was still running his stuff, about a week before she said that, he had posted a picture of me at work and my car sitting out in front of Harbor Freight. Now, those letters hadn't just started. Those letters have been around for a minute. Guardians of Valor had sent several letters to the Emerald Inn. Sophie, that is 100% the plan. And we are moving fast. Y'all give me a minute if I miss something. I'm trying to scroll down and see. But Guardians of Valor had sent several letters into Emerald Inn way before anybody knew of them. But we was trying to do the right thing and go through the justice system and get things taken care of. Um, Dyersburg Police Department's a joke, and did nothing about it. So we lost the hotel room at Emerald Inn because of Guardians of Valor's letters. We lost the hotel at Motel 6 because of a letter from the North Carolina area. Uh, we lost the job at McDonald's because people calling in and people going to the spoof page about us, bragging about that. If anybody's commenting, I'm not reading right now. I'm trying to catch. I've got it set at Jack in the Box question about our statement about the letters. Um, Harbor Freight got that one. Walmart got one. Tractor Supply got one. Dollar Tree got one, and a few other places got a letter. It virtually got impossible for me to be placed anywhere because everywhere I went, they done heard of me. They say, "Hey, look, we got this letter. We turned it in to the cops." So the last time I spoke to the detective in Dyersburg, they had multiple letters, multiple threats, but because I couldn't tell them who was doing it, it was all been done anonymously. Because I couldn't tell them who was doing it, they didn't do nothing about it. Carla, I seen that where several other people was getting letters, and it was coming out of the North Carolina area. The letters started back last summer, if not a little bit sooner, from Guardians of Valor. Uh, Probably last spring. I don't know the exact date. I'd have to dig all my stuff out and look at it. Guys, I'm trying to catch up to everything. Uh, the first time we was asked to leave Emerald in, it was over phone calls. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, go get an apartment." It's a lot of money to start getting an apartment because you got your first last month, and you got a lot of places where we was at. Hell, they want you to make three times the amount of rent, and rent on a lot of places is $800 to $1,200 a month. You know, Sophie, I feel like we answered this question with you a lot. Like I really do. Yeah, I'm starting a job Tuesday. Thank you, Coach Girl. You've been waiting on it. I know you said your phone died, and I'm sorry I got sidetracked. I'm trying to I'm trying to answer all these questions. It's been a crazy night. It's been a crazy night. My left eye hurts and my voice is raspy. Hey, thank you for the firework gift. Thank you. Shelters here doesn't take an animal, so I've answered that so many times too. I'm about 2 weeks away from being able to pay everything on my own. Pretty good paying job, guaranteed 40 hours a week at least. So I'm about 2 weeks away from it. Chaos and caffeine. I've got all the chaos and none of the caffeine. And all of the headache. I've got all the headache. But the firework gift was really nice, Walgo. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, Juju's our fur baby. She's our baby. She's just,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going anywhere without her. You know, thank you, Jesse, for the populars, for the gold poplar. Sometimes I wished I wasn't. Guys, if anybody can help with anything going towards the room, guys, anything at all helps. Guys, give me 1 second. And then something else popped up. I have to physically see it tonight. I can't math in my head right now. Give me 1 second. I'll give all you guys a new total. That 370. Okay, let me make sure I'm doing that right, guys. Thank you again. So I just did math. Now I got to redo math. That's a good problem to have, guys. Thank you for all the help y'all sending in right now.
Thank you, everybody.
See, it's puts us at $80. You're fine. That's a good problem to have. So 370 minus 80. Yeah, I'm doing that on a calculator tonight because I'm that tired and spent. So 290 away from keeping the room, guys. Thank y'all for that help. Everyone who just helped. Carla, I do too. I 100% agree with you on that. I hope the right people. I wish I could find the people who sent the letter so the right ones could get blamed, and I only have my assumption on who sent them. But my assumption is strong enough that I would bet every dollar I would ever make for the rest of my life against a donut hole that's who it was. Um, and matter of fact, the person that I'm talking about is one of the people that me and Tired of Nonsense had our private discussion about. And that came out sounding like I had a mouthful of marbles. But guys, thank y'all for the help just then. Thank y'all for the help all day, the gifts. I'm not getting offered just yet. I just want everybody to know that me and my wife both appreciate
Very much.
everything y'all do for us. Huh.
Oh,
Thank you for that corgi.
Yeah,
I had to show that to Angela real fast. That was cute.
it was.
Thank you for the gifts. So I wish you could cash out the gifts that day, but unfortunately we have to wait for Wednesday for that. It was definitely cute. She said she never seen it. She had to send it. Well, let me tell you, I try to keep everything as transparent as I can. Um, this live on gifts, we made $6.37, and through TikTok we'll get a $1.12 bonus. So if that's not being transparent with you guys on what we're earning on here or getting help with, I don't know what is. If I was one of these pretty girls that would wear a skimpy outfit, we wouldn't have to worry about bills. That's the truth. You see them on here at night. You get on TikTok after midnight, and the Eric Clapton song always comes to mind. And half the youngins will be like, "Who's Eric Clapton?" But after midnight, we'll let it all hang out. They do. It's wild after midnight. So, better watch saying that. You might get a violation. You can body shame, call people names, bully, and everything else, but don't slip up and say a rug. But that was his best song. I remember there used to be a country dance hall in Dyersburg, and there was the Larry Fry band. My cousin played guitar with them. Uh, my cousin is an amazing guitarist. So many people encouraged him to move to Nashville and try to just be a studio musician because he could play anything. But they would play Propane um, by Eric Clapton, and the solo he would hit on it. You're over giggling, but that's
I know that's what you're trying to say.
yeah. She don't buy, she don't buy, she don't buy propane. The Propaniacs from King of the Hill. Oh, 9 o'clock. That boy ain't right already. Anyway, I don't know where we're going with it. I'm tired, so ain't no telling what I'm gonna say. Um, Beanie Weenie, what you doing? I hear you tap dancing. But yeah, they would play that song, and the solo he would do on it is, I used to go out there and he'd be like, "Tell me a song you heard tonight you want me to teach you," and I was like, "Teach me Propane," and he'd be like, "Oh, I don't really know what I do on the solo. I just kind of freestyle it." I'm just like, I was like, "That's the coolest thing you play all night long, and you tell me it's a freestyle." Juju is our little doggy. She's a little fur baby. She's a Jack Russell Chihuahua mix. She's an old lady. Uh, right now, she's getting a few hits to the door. Hey, Bean. She walks to the crack in the door and just breathes real hard. And oh my God, there's a guy on here who's got an old Dachshund, old wiener dog, and I have no idea what that breed of dog is, but it sounds like it's vicious. But he walks around and he smells the vents when the vents come on. He'll just walk around, put his nose up to the vents, and he'll smell them. Or the boy, so it does sound expensive and it sounds brutal. The guy who has the dog started recording him doing it. And he was like, "Would y'all just look at this? He's not even ashamed of it anymore. He's just walking around the house doing fentanyl, fentanyl." He's like, "Look at him. He's going over there right now to take another drag off of it." And his account's blown up on here just from videos of him filming his dog going around sniffing the vents, and he started doing the other one. Oh, good Lord. That's a lot of money for a dog. I'm not even going to attempt to say what that is. I'm horrible at pronouncing stuff that I don't know what it is. I know Cotton Day Talir. Cotton Day Talir. I sound like Medea. She got a Cotton Day Talir. I'm going to have to look it up because I have no idea. Yeah, we got little Juju. We inherited her after Angela's grandmama passed away. She was one of three, and unfortunately, while Granny was still alive, one of the Rockwallers up the road got a hold to one of them and unalived them. Then after she passed, we got Juju, and Juju's mother went to live with some rich people because she had a lot of medical problems. As far as I know, she's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, she's still alive. Mm-hmm. Are you talking about like one of them curly-haired looking dogs? You said walk on their back legs like humans. Oh, we had a Chiweenie. Uh, she was my ride and die. Called her a little bit. She stuck with me until the end. Uh, I was holding her when she passed, and I will never not miss her. She was my baby. Uh, I held her and sung her song. Oh Lord. Sorry about that, guys. I about shared too much and got myself there. Hey, Belinda Sue, how are you doing? Oh man, I wasn't know. It's I just man, that just goes to show like them little fur babies. Y'all right. They're your kids. They become your kids. Uh, um, Let me see your phone. I gotta look her fur baby up because she said walk on the hind legs, and I thought I had what's it called now? A cotton. Oh, those pretty little babies. A big ball of fur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the. If I'm not mistaken, and I could be, the dog off of Married with Children was the same type of dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Hey, Southern girl, how are you doing? What have you done to the cold? Miss McCall, what have you done to the cold? Help me. You got it tangled up around your cord. I had it tangled up around your glass. They are cuties. I can only imagine how much they shed. Guys, give me 1 second, please. Okay, I was looking at that picture. Jesse, I'll have to send you a picture of the cat we used to have. It looks just like Angela's old cat, Buddy, which is actually still at her mom's house. So, yeah, if you don't like dogs, or my dog don't like you, we've got some issues there. Yeah, I'll have to find a picture of Angela's got one she wants. I'll share it because she gets caught up in emotions sometimes. There, I understand why. Guys, let me mute you guys for a second. Okay, guys, I had to step away and go to the restroom for a moment. I've never been a big cat person, but I love Buddy. He was he was always really cool. He was an inside outside cat. He'd come in, hang out, and then when he got tired of the fur babies that was in there, he'd go back outside. So Juju likes to go get ice cream, vanilla ice creams. And she likes can't say it 'cause she'll come over here and start wagging her tail thinking where we'll go, but a PUPCUP. It's like that word gets her really excited. Cause can she spell now? Okay, Jesse. Oh, Angela has whipped cream for something. Um, and she gets it out and uses it. Bean's right there looking at her like, "Where's mine at?" But to kind of touch back on the subject, I love just the conversation though, guys. But every once in a while, I kind of got to sneak this in there. Um, right now, we are what I say $290 away from keeping the room. If anybody can help with anything at all, guys, it's appreciated. Um, hey, how you doing, Pappy? Pap, pap, Papaw? Papuina? I say it, and I'm like, that's not right. And then I say something else, and I'm like, that's definitely not right. And then I'm just like, okay, I'll just babble through it. They know the routine. Um, I tell you, I'm developing quite a nice little headache going on here. I'm going to take my meds here in just a few moments. But any help at all, guys, going towards the room. We have gotten a little help today. We got $80 in help, but we're still 290 short, unfortunately. Um, so any type of help is appreciated, guys. I know everybody's getting tired of hearing me say that today. We've been on for a very long time trying to get all the help we can possibly get. Um, oh, now that song's going to be stuck in my head. Don't worry, be happy. That's the person's screen name on here. That's going to be stuck in my head now. So if anybody can help with anything, guys, we appreciate it. Yes, we are living in a motel right now, trying to get back on our feet. So, I said starting a new job Tuesday. That's going to be able to start paying the room and start buying groceries every week. Um, right now, at this moment, Patty Cakes, we've been in this new place for about a month, almost a month, and we're just trying to get restarted. And we're trying to get our footings. So we are just trying to hang in there until paychecks start coming in, which unfortunately that would still be not this coming week, but the week after that. So we definitely need all the help we can get. Exactly, Coach Scout. We need some help keeping the roof over our head so I can focus on going to work and making money and start focusing on this stopping, just this coming on here and asking for help, coming on here and you know, just having to lean on other people to make it. Thank you, Staten. I appreciate that. Prayers are always welcome. Some hotels, yeah, they offer a longer stay. Some of them are very strict about the 28 days. Some of them aren't. especially if you're paying by the week. They kind of um, thank you, Coach Gal, for answering that. I didn't even see that question. I haven't been able to find any yet. I've been putting in for some day jobs. I've been trying to get up and find somebody who's needing somebody on their crew, but I haven't been able to find anybody just yet. Southern Girl, we do not. We basically have our microwave at this one. Uh, Patty cakes that will cover the week with what I've got. It's $370 for a week. I have 80. Um, so the $290 would cover the rest of the week. And I'm just asking if anybody can send anything to go towards that. Last week I got some help online. I did. I got a little extra help on Sunday night, and then Monday I was able to find a little bit of day labor to fill in that gap of what I needed. Now I understand what she was asking. Um, but I am starting a new job Tuesday that's guaranteed 40 hours a week, and we'll we'll pay everything. We'll pay our room, put gas in the car. I am married. We've been married for 25 years. Um, I haven't worked in a few months because we was desperately needing a um, change of scenery. The city we was in, it was I was virtually where I couldn't work. Southern Girl, she does not work at this time. She's dealing with some health issues that's not allowing her to work. That is one thing we're really excited about is 60 days I get insurance. Uh, so patty cakes, yes, it will. Married up, yep. Yep, they sure will, but we are not in that area. So oh, almost dropped my phone, guys. And that's not bad from a month there, but we're just not in that area. Yeah, Southern Girl, it's an inside joke. The Dyersburg is just where we just moved from. She has epilepsy. She's dealing with some issues with her legs and her stomach right now. Um, so we are trying to get that taken care of. Southern Girl, I start a job Tuesday, so I will definitely be working after Tuesday. Thank you, Patty Cakes. I appreciate that. When we was in Dyersburg, I always told everybody we was the last city you'd go through before going to Missouri. Well, right now I have to start the one job, figure out a schedule of what I'll be working before I think about a second job. The one job will pay. There's pretty good pay. It's going to pay the room, and we'll be able to have groceries every week and have a little bit left over. Not just a ton, but a little bit. But the first job is going to definitely start digging out of that scenario. But I can't focus on a second job without knowing the hours of the first job. No, I don't. I'm just asking for some help, and if someone can help, that's great. If they can't, then that's great too. You can come in here and talk. We can pray for each other. We can do everything. Oh, man. Hippie, you've been following us for a long time, so I feel like you already know the answer to the question you just asked. What am I missing here? Yeah, I mean, staying in the car is not ideal. We have before, but it's definitely not ideal to stay in the car right now with my wife with some health issues like she's got. It would not be very good with her. Sandra, I wished I had the answer to your question. I don't know. We're still on a waiting list. Um, we're still on a waiting list for when we first got into the hotel for help with government housing. That was in June 2024, and we haven't even been moved up into the top 50. So, everybody step back and breathe, guys. Everybody step back and breathe. No, she cannot. And Southern Girl, yeah, my mods and our good friends in here, they will answer questions sometimes, especially if I don't see them. If it gets moving, sometimes I have to be told, "Hey, I asked you a question," and I can look it back up and see. But a lot of times they're really good about it. They will cover topics. Um, but I try to answer every question I'm asked. But yeah, we put in for government housing. Well, I'm just letting you know. Sometimes they do answer. I try to answer everything, even when they answer. I try to answer it. Um, so I don't mind answering anything. And if you want to ask something in private, you can ask it in private. If you want to ask on here, I'll answer. So any help would be appreciated. That's 100% sure. I don't think anything's been said out of the way, though. I definitely don't think that. Hey, Ruth, butt is spelled with two T's when you're referring to the body part. Good luck lying. So it seems like that was another chastity case. I mean, they're going to come in and try to insult her. They can at least spell right. Somebody was trying to say something about you, and the claws are out.
What was I trying to say?
If you get off your lazy butt, but they misspelled butt.
Oh.
And your girls in here are fired up.
Now this is my fault.
Patty cakes, I completely understand that. And like I said, I have no problem sitting here talking with you and answering any questions. And I have no issue with that and easing your mind and helping you make your decision on that. And even if you decide, hey, I don't want to help you, you're still more than welcome to stick around and talk. You know, so it's like if you decide that you don't want to help us financially, that's fine. You're here, you can talk. You don't have to help financially. There's people who has never helped us financially come here every day and check on us. Y'all, give me 1 second, please. Do some math there, guys. Somebody just helped us out pretty big. Uh, so it boosted us up to 130, um, and that leaves us needing 240 for the room. So that boosted us up there pretty good, guys. That's a lot of help. Thank you so much. They wanted to stay anonymous. A lot of people want to stay anonymous when they help because they don't want to deal with the hate. Completely understand that. Some people don't care. Um, okay, now I'm back, guys. I'm sorry about. I didn't mute. I was taking care of that. So let me get back to. I wanted to take care of that and come back and let everybody know where we was at with the total and how everything was going. um, patty cakes. That's basically the reason we're trying to. Okay, Jesse, we're trying to get back on our feet. We're in a new town. We virtually have lost everything. Um, and but we're looking at the chance, so we'll be back on our feet in no time. So oh, it's crazy, Belinda. It's crazy if you ask for help or if you try to help someone. Um, it's insane. Thank you, Happy. Happy. I took both your names and came up with Heffy. Her name is Hippie Heifer.
Oh.
But now she's Heffy. I'm 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 very tired. Um, so that's your new name to me when you come in here. You're Heffy. I'm sorry about that. Uh, it is terrible. Thank you, Patty Cakes. We appreciate any help. Any help's appreciated. You know. We have been living in a hotel since June, or off and on in a hotel because we have lived in our car several times since June of 2024. Kid, I'm the same way. If I was rich, I would help so many people out. I would, you know. Yeah, it's crazy, Linda, and it's worse on here than it is on Facebook. This June we're creeping up on 2 years of being in and out of hotels, but we're we're also creeping up on things are about to change because I started a new job Tuesday, and it's a good paying job, guaranteed for at least 48 hours. So, but nobody. Oh Lord, excuse me, guys, for that. Nobody should feel ashamed for having to ask for help. Nobody should make somebody feel bad because they ask for help. You know, somebody who makes somebody feel bad for asking for help has never had to humble themselves and ask for help. All right, Randy, thank you. Anything helps. We're plugging away at it right now. We have gotten quite a bit of help today. We've gotten some great help today. Um, we're at 130. We still need 240. Anything at all going towards it would be a blessing. The 130 is a blessing and a half already. But anything else would be a blessing. I mean, the money that is being given is going towards the hotel. I have no issue showing anybody the proof that that's for the money to. And Randy, I would not ask you to do that. Um, in no shape and form would I ever ask you to do that. That's that's definitely something I would say no to. We desperately need the help, but I do not need the help that much to where I would even consider taking money from you if skipping chemo is
Oh.
the only way to help us.
Mm-mm.
So no, that's a no-go. If you send anything, it will be sent right back. And whatever you send on, you would be blocked. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate the offer, but I do not want you to do that. No. You know, that's something you need to go take care of. You need to go do your chemo. You need to go do that. I do not want any money from you, Randy. And most definitely, we'll definitely be praying for you to get through everything. So, yeah, that is the case to where if anything got sent to me from you, I would definitely be sending it back. So, but if anybody could help us with anything but Randy, it would be appreciated. The gesture was deeply appreciated, but I can't accept that. I just want to make sure that's heard multiple times. Thank you, Patty Cakes. This is me all the time. I used to be a lot worse. I tell you, cussing wise and getting mad, but I have given my life to the Lord the last few months and have been making a lot of changes at that. Uh, so it's just, you know, but this is me all the time, and my people in here can vouch for me. This is me. I'm a laid back guy. I try to be nice to everybody, and we just live life, right?
That's right. I always say treat people how you want to be treated. And call me crazy, but I like to be treated good.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Thank you, Morgan. I appreciate that. I imagine, Belinda. That's the biggest thing I'm having with the Lord is I'm still learning to trust His process and not want my process. I'm still learning to once I say, Lord, I give you this problem and I'm gonna let you work it out and I'm gonna follow your way. I've got to shut up and stop being ignorant and following my way. Uh, and it's I tell this story all the time. People, if you see me, I'm wearing a yellow bracelet. It's got blue writing on it, and it says, "Always pray and never give up." Luke 18:1. That's not verbatim to Luke 18:1, but it's the gist of it. Um, that's this bracelet I picked up one day out at Walmart, a shelter for men who are trying to recover, was selling them for $5 a piece, and I didn't really have the money to spare, but I bought one, and it's been the biggest piece in me finding peace with the Lord, because it's something I can visually look down on when I start to feel mad and upset. I can look down and I see that Luke 18:1 looking back at me, and I'm just like, okay, I see you, Lord. I see. I got you. I feel what you're doing. And then I try to go and read. I don't try to. I do it every morning. I do it on my phone a lot. Got the Bible app on my phone. Exodus 14:14. Something bite me?
I thought so, but that was.
Cool, I started burning real bad. Whew, what I missed from Tusk? That lupus is rough, guys. That's one of the biggest things we can do for each other this world needs is we need to pray for each other, guys. Morgan, you're right. His time and not ours. There was a lot of people on this app that skipped that lesson in life about don't judge, be kind, and never bully. We don't know what somebody's going through, guys. We don't know how a simply telling someone, hey, you're on your game today, you're doing great. Or a simple, hey, you know, telling a woman, hey, you look beautiful today. Coming from woman to woman saying that to them. We don't know. Thank you, Dan, for the hand hearts. We don't know what those kind words can do to somebody. Uh, we don't know what kind of day they're having. But I guarantee you, I can tell you what every unkind word is going to do to somebody. You can go up to somebody and it's in a perfect mood, and you can say something unkind to them and wreck their day. You can go up to somebody who is proud that they're on their third or fourth day of beating depression and say something rude, mean to them, and just wreck that little streak. So, to me, and I've said this before on here, and I'll die on this mountain. It takes more energy, more effort, and more thought to be rude to someone than it does to be nice. I can sit here and scroll down. I can scroll up to 20 posts that's on here and scroll down and look at everybody's profile picture and give everybody a compliment without even thinking about it. But I got to sit there and look at it and think about what I would say negative to them. So it takes more work. Patty cakes, Monday. I need the full. I got to have the full amount by Monday. That's why I'm on here kind of early on Saturday to. That's weird. Facebook just informed me that I have 123 pictures and 2 videos, but it was Lindsay. Me and her don't have nothing on there together. I'm sorry, I got so sidetracked by that. It's late. I get sidetracked easy, guys. So that's why I'm trying to get everything I need ahead of time. That way, I would love to sleep, and sleep's going to elude me tonight because I'm going to be stressed all night. We'll try to hang on here for about 13 more minutes. So that'll put me at the 3-hour mark on this live. I've been on here a lot today, guys, and it has been a mentally challenging day. That's a mentally challenging day. So I'm going to try to reset tonight, get some sleep, and then try to figure out tomorrow where we're going from there. So yeah, that puts me at the 3-hour mark of being on here. A lot closer than I was exactly. And I appreciate everybody's help, everybody's kind words. Patty cakes, I will be on. I sent you a follow request too, by the way. I will be on at some point, probably after 1 tomorrow. It's 10:23 my time now. Hey Eli, how are you doing, buddy? It's 10:23 my time now. I don't know what time it is where you're at. I figured I'd let you know that way we can establish the time gap if there is one. Eli, I'm beyond tired. I'm beyond ready to crash. But I'm trying my best to come up with this money for the room. And we're still quite short on the week. And I'm about completely worn out. And I know I'm not going to sleep tonight. All right, so I'll be on around 1 o'clock my time tomorrow. So it'd be about 2 o'clock your time, Patty Cake. Eli's in here when it's good and calm now. He say I'm paused. I'm definitely talking. I did have my finger over the microphone though. Yeah. Let me tell you, Eli is a stand-up individual. He will get in these lives and he will fight trolls left and right. He's a very good stand-up guy. I just enjoy seeing him when he pops in. He's a good guy. So, but guys, more. You're right about that one. But they haven't been too bad here in the last hour, so I guess I've stayed up later than the trolls. Hey, Roman, how are you? Hey, me and Angela both enjoy seeing you, Poppy and Kit.
Oh yeah.
She sent with a smiley and laughy face, but we both enjoy it. There's a lot of you in here that I enjoy seeing y'all pop in. They do, Eli. They really do. And they was a little rough earlier, but they've calmed down a lot. But I'm gonna make one big last. Uh, I'm going to try to make one last push here. When I get tired, unfortunately, my tongue will go on strike, and it'll just start pronouncing words that. I mean, I call that hefe, hefe. Kit said, "Hit me in the back of the head to help me out a little bit." Hippie Heifer has been following us for a very long time, and I've said her name right a million times, and I'm tired. I called her Heffy. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes words don't work with me after I get tired. And Lord, after midnight, I need a translator. But anyway, one last push of the night, guys. If anybody can help with anything at all to go towards the hotel room. It is 10:27 here. Anything at all would help us out, guys. We're $240 away from having the full thing covered. I know that's a lot. And a perfect miracle would be somebody would swoop in and be our knight in shining armor and help us out with the rest of it. But every little bit helps. Did y'all hear my neck just pop? All right, Morgan, you have a good one. Listen, I would stay up, but I'm so sleepy. Unfortunately, this isn't a brag or a flex, but I've been on here for like 8 hours today. We don't have Hulu. We can't watch King of the Hill, and that really upsets me because I want to watch King of the Hill.
Wow.
I want to watch the new ones. I was 3 episodes in when we lost Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
That's not dry begging for anybody's Hulu. You know, I don't want us all to go to jail because we shared a Hulu account. It's like we'd have to come up with a different reason because you don't want to be in there and be like, yeah, man, I was I put 12 people in the ground. What'd you do? I used someone's Hulu account. Yeah, guess who's washing the clothes? They're gonna be eating my cornbread.
Oh yeah, anytime you say anything on there about all of a sudden they think you're.
I don't know if it's illegal or not. I know at one time Hulu was if they caught you sharing accounts in like different states, they would ban you from Hulu. And I know that for a fact because I let my older brother-in-law use my Hulu one time when his went out, and it's been back years ago, so the rules might have changed. And he was in Texas, I was in Tennessee, and he signed in Texas, and they canceled my account, and I was just like, oh man. So, like I said, I don't think it's illegal. I just think it's frowned on from the Hulu Corporation. But anyway, guys, if Eli, that's up to you, buddy. If you want to do that, it would be appreciated, but that's totally up to you, man. Um, it would definitely be a blessing, but that's up to you. I don't want to overwhelm anybody with any kind of request like that. Um, but if you wanted to, I would say, yeah, but it's totally up to you. I haven't, but I've discussed the situation a little. So I agree with you on that, Craig. Like, it's yours, you pay for it. You should be able to use it wherever. You know, like I said, Eli, if you wanted to have that conversation, that is totally up to you, buddy. That's the way I kind of see it. Like, I'm paying for it, but that was back when it was back before you had to go stream everything. It's like everybody did. You had Hulu and you had Netflix. You didn't have Paramount, Peacock, HBO. You didn't have all these other ones. So it's like that was the only two. That's when I got hit with it. With the you shared an account in a different state. So, um, so that's been some years. Um, God, he's been back in Tennessee for probably 10 years. So that's it's definitely been some years. So the whole rules might have changed. Everything, the whole vibes might have changed around it. Eli. But guys, that is 1 minute away from being 3 hours. Eli's, I appreciate you, man. I really do. I'll tell you what bothers the trolls about Eli so much is he they can't bother him. The man is unbothered. And that bothers them more than anything. See, they can chip away at me and bother me from time to time. I think I did pretty good tonight, guys. Um, but I even handled two setups really well. I want to touch on that before I leave. God, Kit's gonna make me stay here till 11. I don't know if y'all caught it or not. That's pretty good, Eli. Um, yeah, I had to calm the girls down in here a couple of times and listen. Y'all don't know how much I appreciate that because if some of the stuff they said didn't bother y'all, then y'all ever show me y'all don't care. But the fact that y'all was there to defend us like that means the world.
It does.
Same way with Eli when he's in here defending us against trolls means the world to me. Um, so there was two setups in here tonight. I don't know if y'all caught that. Um, one was the craziness of chastity. The only thing the whole setup is only thing I was doing was only thing I was doing was asking them questions and they got mad at us and blocked us. That's why I said don't block her because it's the setup. Then the other one came in the same form of questions. It was a mess and a half. They came on, asked a bunch of questions. All right, Eli. I love them. They came on here, asked a bunch of questions. I answered all the questions very respectfully. They asked me, if I gave you $600, what would you spend the money on? Honestly. And the answer was the honest to God answer. At the time, we was $335 short for the room. So $335 would go to the room. Probably $25 would go in the gas tank, and whatever was left would go to the grocery store. She called me a liar, told me it was a bunch of BS, and then started talking about she knew more than I know she knows, but never told us what she knows. So, and I'm just like, okay, that was all a setup. That was all the only thing I was doing was asking questions, and I was going to help him out. Setup. Then the other one was a Southern girl because she did the exact same thing, exact same pattern as that other one. And I'm going to tell you how I know they're setups, because I've always said, if you want to know what your enemy's going to do, watch your enemy. Right? I'm telling you right now, if any other countries wanted to come to America and attack America, only thing they would have to do is watch America talk about what we do and where we do it at, and they would know exactly where to attack, where the defensive is, and everything. So the only thing they would have to do is sit back, listen, and be smart. I sat back and I listened, and I listened, and I listened, and they went, well, we kind of had a live explaining to everybody the proper ways to troll. So Eli, I like that confidence there, buddy. I do. Um, so I listened to what they were saying, and they repeat braggishly. And yes, that's a word. You can look it up if you don't get it. If you're one of those, it is a word. And they repeated everything. Give me 30 seconds, guys, and let's make heads explode. All right. Oh, hang on a minute. Mustache hair in my mouth. Eli, thank you for making that happen. And I want to thank them for what they just did. Again, they're going to stay anonymous. Um, but um, so with that help, the room is paid for a week, or will be as of Monday because I can't pay it tomorrow. I have to pay it Monday. No, I can pay it tomorrow. What day is today?
No, they're.
Yeah, they will.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they will.
Okay.
I just got to go up there between a certain time tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Kit, listen, I say this easier than any man ever will. You was right and I was wrong. She said again, if you'd have went off at 10:30, she said 11:30. Eli, we appreciate you, man.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
It is definitely amazing. They don't taste bad. I've been married for 25 years. I'm used to saying she's right and I'm wrong. I also want to thank everybody else who helped.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Everybody else who helped knock that total down throughout the day, guys. Um, I want to thank you all for that. Um, Eli came in with the big help, but there was a lot of other big help out there too, guys. And when I say big help, if you sent $1, that was a big help. So it's like I don't ever look at anything y'all send um, as I don't ever look down on it. I look at it as a blessing, and I give all the praise to the good Lord above for coming through with this miracle tonight. He puts people in your path that know what you need and know how to get you there. And I said you was right and I was wrong. And that'll forever be on somebody's YouTube account. And Angela's been right. Angela has never told me I was right without saying something else to it, though. But I've told you you're right about things, haven't I? And then I was wrong. So I meant stuff like that. I posted Tim and Angela equals winners, trolls equals losers. Hey, I admit when I've always been that way though. I was always taught. Uh, my uncle Larry, I tell you that man was one of the best men God ever put on this green earth. Um, he always taught me. He called me Kahuna. Um, I can't remember the last time he called me my name, but we used to watch Urkel and Carl did his. I'm the Big Kahuna, so he started calling me Big Kahuna. Then he just shortened it to Kahuna. But we was out there one day, and I was mad about something, and I was aggravated about it and everything. And then I got proved wrong, and I was wanting to make an excuse. And he goes, Kahuna, humble yourself. Admit you was wrong. Learn and go on. And between that and I'm gonna answer everybody's questions. I'm just taking this trip down memory lane real quick. That and like legit, my mom set me down one time and she said, "Son, She said, I want you to listen to this song and I want you to listen to the lyrics and I want you to understand what they mean. And it was Simple Man by Leonard Skinner. And we sat there and talked afterward. And she goes, expensive cars, big houses, jewelry, all of that doesn't mean anything. It's the memories and the people you love in your life. And she said, don't get hung up on material things. And I've lived that way. I'm a pretty humble, down to earth guy.
Yeah.
Craig, not really, but that was going to be a bridge we'd cross later, I guess. I was really focused on getting the room, and now that's taken care of. Um, it's we have lunch and supper for tomorrow, and then after that, it would be um, trying to figure that out. Um, Craig, that would be awesome. It really would be. Exactly, Belinda. You can't take material stuff with you. What you leave behind will be sold, but the memories you make with somebody is theirs to keep forever. And I wouldn't trade one memory of um, with my uncle, with my mom, with my niece. I wouldn't trade one memory for $1,000,000. So, and because at the end of the day, when I'm old, I hope I never lose the memories. Hey, there was a trolley I could have got. Um, I mean, that's how I am. I'd rather have the memories. Would they? I tell you, my mods have been fantastic tonight, today, because this has been an 8.5, 9 hour day trying to get the help. Um, my mods, y'all are wonderful. I could not ask for better mods. My voice is about shot though. Wow, the numbers have dropped, hadn't they? Eli just pointed out that since we got the money, the numbers have dropped. 16 people left. We're down into the 40s.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so here's my idea. Hey, oh, exactly, Craig. Exactly. I want to get to the point where we can come on and battle. Solely for the reason to be able to turn around and take battle money and help somebody else out in a situation. Exactly, Eli. It's 100% the only reason they was in here. You know, I would love to come on here and battle and be able to make, because as long as we're taken care of, and this job will do it, as long as we're taken care of, then we got a roof over our head, food in the refrigerator. If we got a little bit of money left over, if we want to go down to the buffet and eat it one night, we can go down to the buffet and eat it one night. Um, that's all I'm worried about, right? So if we got on here and we battled and we made extra money every week and we could turn around and gift that to somebody who needed some help. Hey, we're here for 9 more minutes. That's 11 o'clock. And kid, I'm not staying any longer. I'm in Tennessee. You're 100% right, Eli. They make a lot of money off of streaming people and making the people they're streaming seem like horrible people. When one of the top streamers who do that, one of the top, they call themselves a cult, and that's just dangerous in my mind to begin with. Joking or not, it's dangerous. They're making anywhere between $1,200 to $1,800 a week. A week, guys. On a low end, they're making $4,800 a month. On a high end, they're making $7,200 a month. Streaming us and other people like us. So when I went to work for Harbor Freight and we wasn't on, their money's dipped into the $700 to $1,000 a week. Hey, Kata, how are you doing? We ain't seen our old friend Kata on in a long time. That was worth staying up till 11 o'clock at night. It was my attack Kata back in the day. For all y'all who don't know, Kata was an OG mod from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And she would come in here and like she was like a ninja taking people out. Kata, we're doing pretty good. I'm happy to see you. It has been too long, but I understand. We're doing good. We've moved since the last time we've talked, and forever ago, we're in a totally different city. Um, Starting a new job Tuesday, so we're looking forward to bouncing back on our feet. Finally, exactly, and that's exactly why they cost me the job at Harbor Freights because I was missing, and they started losing money. She is having some health issues now with her legs and her stomach. She was in the hospital there for a little while. All right, Tusk, you have a good one. We love you. I'm about to lose my voice, so I have to get off here soon. But you're right. You're right again, kid. I don't know if it's going to help my voice because it's like I don't know. I've talked for so long today. Um, I've been um, I've been on more than off since 1 o'clock today. So we're looking at what's that? 10 hours. We can roughly take an hour or so off from lunch from supper.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe a 9 hour a day. Oh God, I wish we had the stuff for a hot toddy. That was my uncle's answer for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sore throat, hot toddy. Cold, hot toddy. Feeling good, hot toddy. But she's trying to bounce back from that. All right, Eli, that's something I can't wait to get back into is the gym. Since we moved, I haven't been able to afford the gym, and I cannot wait to get back in there and start hitting it back up. Eli, thank you, man. You have a good one. It was the hot toddy in our household because after my mom passed, I started staying with my aunt and uncle a lot, and and I didn't even catch couch syrup. Kit said, that whole sentence, Kata, is a little off. My use to make us homemade couch syrup. Kit said that, but autocorrect got her, and Kata was like, I know you meant cough syrup, but the thought of couch syrup. And when I went back and read it, I'm just like, that is fantastic. Which one has a $1 joining fee, Belinda? I have to see if I'm close to it. Yeah, luckily for me, I never had anybody give me a homemade couch syrup. Good night, Craig. And thank you for that offer. Even if it's something that doesn't happen, I appreciate the offer. I don't know if we have a planet where I'm at. I don't know. Oddly enough, Planet Fitness shirt is what I'm wearing right now. I have more of them than anything. Planet and Dyersburg had a bunch of black shirts they couldn't sell anymore. They was discontinued. So it's like every time I went in there, they was like, hey, you want a Planet Fitness shirt? And I would go in there every day. They did that for, what, a week and a half?
Wow, yeah.
So it's like every day I'd go in, I'd leave with a Planet Fitness shirt. Yeah, that is, that's good with that. I wish we had insurance for other reasons than that, but that would be one of the reasons I would definitely use it for. So, but I need to know more before I get offline here about this couch syrup. Do you squeeze it out of the cushions? Is it coming off the back? What flavor is the couch syrup? I love the gym. I love going there. It gave me peace of mind. And I was down a few pounds before we moved too. So, I know she meant cough, but I got a ragger. Me and Kata need to know what couch syrup tastes like. Was she not even on when we were sitting here ragging her? Oh, man. Who's Tommy? I said, hush it, Tommy. I don't know. There's not a Tommy here. My notification bar. Oh, I do remember the guy. It was Angela and Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That has been a minute. My notifications at the top shows PayPal, Facebook, Google Mail, and Cash App. So it looks like it says POMS. Palms. Where Tommy needs some couch syrup. Well, thank God she didn't misspell hot toddy. That would have been horrible. Call me Granny. Oh, I'm stupid. Their name is Call Me Granny. But I read that as in when I said, listen, Linda. Sounds rather sticky. I surely hope the couch isn't suede. Maybe that's why Grandma used to keep those plastic covers on the couch to protect her couch syrup. She gut chuckled on that one. She said, "Listen, Linda, I didn't have my glasses on." Kaylin went, "All right, Granny." It paused for somebody else a while ago, and they had to leave and come back. I don't know. Why is she laughing so hard? Oh, I thought you was calling Kit Granny because she said right before that, she said, "Listen, I didn't have my glasses on," and you went, "All right, Granny."
Yep, it's that time for me.
Well, I said, "Call me, Granny," and then as soon as I said that, Kit goes, "Listen, Linda, I didn't have my glasses on." And the very next comment is Kata that says, "All right, Granny." That is great. I said my voice is about shot. And I was talking about my throat, and Kit said, "Make a hot toddy." And I was like, "I wished I had the stuff." And so if I had the stuff for a hot toddy, I would definitely be making me one tonight. But then after she misspelled cough syrup and called it couch syrup, I said, I'm glad she didn't misspell hot toddy. Why is she laughing so hard for? What's she laughing for, Granny? Yeah, you are. She goes, because she knows when I least expect it, she's going to get me. I did call her Granny. But there was a guy, when I first got on TikTok, there was a guy named Tainted Lyrics. Y'all remember him? And he would cook a roast. And I loved his cooking videos.
I know, golly.
And he would he'd be like, "All right, we got a 3-pound rump roast." And he'd slap it. And he'd go, "Call me daddy." And he'd put the roast off in there. And he was like, "We put some of this all just gravy."
Wash your sister sauce.
Yeah, he was like, you hit it with a few dashes of wash your sister sauce. Then hit it with some all just gravy. He'd call jalapenos, or he'd call bell pepper spicy tomatoes.
Yeah. And then whenever it was done, he'd say bony apple feet.
Yeah, bony apple feet. Listen, the AI summary just hit me, guys. The AI summary says that this chat, it's a funny chat about misspelled words like couch syrup. But I remember he was so funny.
He was.
He was like bony apple feet. And the food was so good that he was cooking, like it looked so good. I don't know whatever happened to him.
I don't know.
There's so many TikTokers, that I used to follow. Like the girl that went, "Annie Hody."
Yeah.
So many TikTokers.
TikTokers.
Like the Annie Hody girl. TikTokers. That's the ribbon me now, boy. Is that Tainted Lyric? Whatever happened to that one guy who did the stuff?
That narrows it
Oh
down.
God, he was short. Was his name Cody? He used to act like he was a doctor and his patient would come in. Oh, any Woody girl just went missing. Like I've asked several times on different lives, and nobody knows. I think his name was Cody. He was a short guy. Um, Elroy, I'm not a pimp, so you will have to. Nope, not going there. Not going there. Not going there. Ooh, I was about to be stupid, but I cannot drop myself to their level. See, guys, even I got to stop myself. Y'all hold me accountable too. My group, my people, my mods. Y'all hold me accountable. If I'm about to get stupid on somebody, tell me. Tell me you got to stop. We got to be better than they are. So I guess now the new thing is going to be trolling on here and ask me how come I don't pimp you out.
Stupidity.
I was about to be stupid, and I'm trying not to drop to their stupidity levels. So I had to catch myself. So if I'm gonna ask my friends to do that, then I have to do it too, right, guys? I have to do what I'm asking. I have to. I don't really want to say lead by example because I don't lead you guys. Um, y'all are your own people. I can only ask you not to scoop to their low.
Just take the garbage out.
Oh, they gone. Hey, Connie, welcome back. Yeah, they'll be back on you again, Kato. You remember how it was back in the day? Yeah, whenever we get to where we can, we'll all box up on here on a private, and we'll all just talk and have fun and cut up and all that stuff. Okay, so here's the new time. 5 minutes will be 3 hours and 40 minutes. If I could stop in my head at an odd time like that, I would. But I've got to get it to an even time. So 3:40. So 5 more minutes. Thank you for the heart, me, Connie. Appreciate you. Oh, excuse me. That was a very weird cough. It started like it was going to be normal and then came out all abnormal. So, but I'm sleepy. I'm about to lose my voice. And we'll all get on here one night. Hey, Miss Brenda.
Miss Brenda.
Miss Brenda just joined. Oh, I know you didn't. You didn't give them the time of day. You know, it used to pee them off so bad. Listen, how much I've changed talking. Like I didn't even say the p word. Peed them off. Kata knows from back in the old school days. Like I would have been MLFing, and you've been here for an hour.
Yes.
It's Brenda. Just now showed she joined.
Really?
Well, Miss Brenda's the new ninja. How you doing, Miss Brenda? Well, oh, yeah. I gotta have my numbers even. Like if I'd have stopped at the 30 mark, I could have been fine with that. But I like for it to be like in the tens. So yeah. Now when I turn my TV up, even if like number 15 is the sweetest spot for it, we going 14 or 16. We ever going to hear it or it's going to be too loud. We ain't going no 15. Oh no, Miss Brenda. She has to get a feeding tube on the 9th.
Oh.
Well, we would definitely be keeping you in our prayers. I know this whole group will. All right, guys, I got 2 minutes. We are. That's what we're supposed to. We're supposed to pray and leaf each other up. We're supposed to pray and put each other in trees. We're supposed to leaf us up. Just call me Queen Leafa. The idea, my opinion on a troll account, my biggest opinion on a troll account, I started calling them blank accounts. It is bedtime. It's past my bedtime. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, you haven't been blocked on this account because you're in here, but I call them blank accounts. They don't have a picture. They don't have followers. They don't have anybody they're following. But they come on here and they ask same questions over and over and over. Another troll account is the exact same thing, except they can have their people. They can have this, but they're coming in here and they're asking the same questions over and over, and they're trying to make these comments to make me mad, and this, that, and the other. That's a troll account, in my opinion. Excuse me, guys. Miss Brenda, we're definitely going to be praying for you and everything, and we will reach out to you and see how you're doing. I'm going to mark that down. But guys, 3 hours and 40 minutes straight on this live. My voice is almost shot. We've been on for almost 10 hours today. And that's insane to say. But I've got to get off here. My voice is about shot. I'm thirsty. And I want to go tickle Angela. I mean tickle too. No, nothing dirty. We're married. We don't do anything dirty. I do like tickling her though. I like to goose her in the middle of the night and act like I'm asleep. But y'all remember the night? That was our little inside joke with the married thing. It's just I better get back off that track. Everybody have a good night. Everybody pray for each other. Lift each other up. Be kind to everybody. Thank you, everybody who's helped us. Thank you to my mods for being here. Thank you all for just being an awesome group. And remember to always, every night, to make sure you have fresh couch syrup for the next day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to get on here tomorrow and just talk. I'll let y'all know how the couch syrup goes. Good night, y'all.